And is there a role for diversity and inclusion, again, focused on the extended workforce? Or what role does the extended workforce play in helping organizations, up their game in terms of diversity and inclusion?
I think when you think about inclusion, it's the same way, whether you are extended, like I mentioned earlier. If I'm bringing you in, I need to include you. If I'm bringing you in, I need to give you a seat at whatever, whether at the table, and I need to give you a seat in the room somewhere so you can be able to be successful. Inclusion in what you may, if I'm working for you and I'm just coming in to do a project, while you may not need to spend so much time with me because I am here to do something, but still that equity needs to be there. You need to be talking to me. You need to be able to provide what I need for the success. And that's what one of the things that I talked about, the communication. And I think absolutely, when you have a chance to come into an organization, you have somehow you are contributing to the success of the organization, whether you are there temporarily or permanently. And so that equity needs to be there. Managers, if you are hiring somebody, make sure you spend time with them. Make sure you understand what they are looking for. Even the temporary employees, they have need to, they are looking for something. Is this something, you never know once you meet with someone, if they may be able to fill a job in the future. So talk to them. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did. I'd like to go a little bit further though in this notion of, because you've mentioned communication a few times. Like, so what is the role of communication in creating an environment of inclusion? And the reason I'm asking is because a lot of times, especially with the contingent workforce, there's concerns about co-employment and misclassification. And sometimes those are maybe mistakenly seen as limitations on inclusion. But what I hear you talking about a couple times already in the conversation is communication is really the key. So could you maybe explain a little bit more about why communication is the key, one of the keys to inclusion?
Absolutely. I think communication is key, because if I don't tell you what I want, you won't know. If I don't tell you what I expect of you, you won't know. If I don't ask you, what do you want? I won't know. You won't know what I want. I won't know what you want. And then there comes the friction of, there's a lot of problem that you see in an organization. It's just because they are talking at each other, or they're talking by each other, but not to each other, right? We're not hearing each other. So, and I think it's very clear for, you want to make sure that your temp employees or your contractors, they are not part of your organization long term. But if you are going to bring them in, you need to be able to create a culture for them. They need to know what is expected of them for real. And I think communication, culture is all, no matter what people say. Sometimes they say people from bottom up can influence culture. Culture can come down, but I always think it come top down. I think your leaders set that tone. What is the tone? How do we want to treat people, period? And how do we want to treat those people who are temporarily? What are the expectation of them? Communication is, we need to ask. If I don't ask, you won't know. If you don't tell me, I don't know. So spend the time talking to them. So you make sure that you provide them with the tools, skills that they need to be successful in whatever it is that you want them to do.